Hi, Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic, 30 years of experience. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2018 Chevy Equinox so you can make yourself an informed decision. Coming in on the right front tire, you've got about 80% tread on aggressive snow tires, so you're definitely set up for winter and definitely got a lot to tread. Coming behind the front right tire, first thing I want to point out, this is the right lower ball joint. Now this is critical because it holds the wheel to the chassis. It is tight. This rubber boot right here is the outer CV boot, and it's full of grease. And if it was ripped, you'd see grease all over the place. And it's important not to be because it lubricates the axle moving forward. This is the inner CV boot. On the inner CV boot, same thing, full of grease, and if it was ripped, you'd be see grease all over the place. Your brakes, you've got about, you got practically brand new brakes here. Yeah, in fact, you got about 90% brakes, about 45 to 50,000 K left on your front brakes. This is your right sway bar link connected from there up to there. Now, important to be connected because it dampens the sway when it goes around the corner. Right here, this is your outer tie rod on the right. Now this is the most important thing on this side of the car. It's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering, and it is tight. So brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, so far I am not seeing anything of any issue. Now here's a shot of the bottom of the oil pan there. If it was leaking, you would see it all along in there. That is bone dry. This is the bottom of the transmission here. Again, another leak spot. If it was going to leak, you'd see it right there, and that is bone dry. Bottom of the transfer case right here, same thing. So no leaks whatsoever. So far so good. This is the right strut. Now your front suspension, no cracks, no breaks. You're right. Now this tube right in here is full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping, you see it all wet right here. That is good and dry. So that's part of the suspension, important not to be. Okay, coming back to the right rear tire, you've got brand new brakes in the back here, so you got 50,000 K on about 50,000 front and back K, lots of brakes. Your right rear tire, about a little less tread on the rear than you have on the front, but definitely about 70% tread. Now coming behind the right rear tire, the sway bar link, the right rear connecting or sway bar link connected from there to there, intact, doing its job. Your right rear shock full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it right there. Your right rear spring suspension intact, doing its job. Your right outer CV boot good and dry. Your right inner CV boot good and dry. More importantly, the bottom of the differential right here, this is a leak point. If it was leaking, you'd see it leaking all the way along here. That is good and dry. So on the right rear, brake-wise, spring-wise, leak-wise, I'm not seeing, or any suspension-wise, I'm not seeing. Oh, one more thing. This is the right rear shocks. Again, same thing. Full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down there. That is good and dry. Okay, coming in on the left front tire, about 80% tread on all aggressive snow tires. Left rear shock, no cracks, no breaks in the spring. Shock good and dry. Coming behind the left front tire, left lower ball joint is tight. Left outer CV boot good and dry. Left your brakes, you got brand new brakes in the front here. Okay, yeah, you got 50,000 K all the way around. Your left sway bar link connector from there up to there, intact. Your left outer tie rod right there, that's tight, critical, holds the wheel to the steering. Another shot under the transmission, no, bone dry. I don't see any indication of leaks here at all. Brake wise, leak wise, suspension wise. Oh, one more thing I want to give you a shot of is the inner CV boot, good and dry. So brake wise, leak wise, suspension wise on the left front, no issues. Coming in on the back tire, brand new brakes, 50,000 K. On your tread, about same as the front, about 70-80% tread, lots and lots of tread. Okay, the inner left CV boot, good and dry. More importantly, behind it, good and dry. Inner outer CV boot, good and dry. Your left rear sway bar link connector from there up to, from there up to there, connected, doing its job. Your shock, follow it up, good and dry. Yeah, brake wise, leak wise, suspension wise. In fact, I'm not hardly even seeing anything other than a little bit of surface rust. Nothing of any even rust issues under here. The exhaust intact, no cracks, no breaks. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything rust-wise even that bad underneath there. Okay, I'm checking for codes right now, and it's saying that there is no trouble codes. There's no trouble code history, so that's a good sign. You've got let's see, 145 K, very low K, no cracks in your windshield, dash very clean. Okay, I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor now. Now with the motor running, very, very smooth. Okay, shut of the exhaust with the motor running, very clean. Now, one of the first things I always do, and you should do as well, is anytime you're going to buy a vehicle, first thing, take a look, take the oil cap off and take a look underneath and see if there's any indication of white goo. White goo is a mixture of oil and antifreeze, which would be a head gasket, a big problem, walk away. I do not see any indication of that in this at all. In fact, I don't see any indications of problems in this car in any way, actually. Brakes are brand new all the way around, hardly even any surface rust, no cracks, no breaks, no trouble codes. You got aggressive snow tires. Yeah, you might want to swap them up for all season, I'm not sure, but definitely ready for the winter time. And as far as I can tell, this vehicle has been well maintained. Now, hopefully this will help you make an informed decision, and remember, if you buy the vehicle, contact me for the 3 for free, because I am the cowboy mechanic and I do have your back.